The NBA is no stranger to seismic shifts, but every so often, a trade comes along that stops the basketball world in its tracks. This season, we were all shocked by a trade that made our jaws drop, and we could hardly believe. The deal that sent Luka Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers was one of those rare earth-shattering moments. The trade didn't just alter the trajectory of two franchises. It sent shockwaves through the league, ignited fiery debates among fans, and left analysts scrambling to make sense of the new NBA landscape. Let's dig into it and see what it means for the future of the Lakers, Mavericks, and the entire NBA. We all remember where we were when we heard the news. Late at night, Shams Charania blew up our phones with a bombshell. Luka Doncic was moving to the Lakers. The specifics of the trade were staggering. The Lakers, desperate to return to championship contention after a few underwhelming seasons, didn't have to give up a whole lot in order to get Luka. Yes, they had to say goodbye to their longtime big man Anthony Davis, along with Max Christie and a first-round draft pick, but that was it. Yes, that is all it took in order to acquire a player who many considered a generational talent and one of the top 10 stars in the league. For the Lakers, acquiring a 26-year-old superstar of Doncic's caliber was a no-brainer, even at such a steep cost. Pairing him with LeBron James instantly made them the most formidable teams in the league. But why on earth would the Mavericks make this move? Immediately, there were rumors about Dallas's general manager, Nico Harrison, growing tired of Luka. Apparently, he didn't like the way he treated his body, and he was fearful of signing a big contract extension for Doncic in the summer. As time went on, NBA fans heard that Nico had been angling to get rid of Luka for some time. As you can imagine, none of this sat well with Dallas fans. The moment the trade broke, social media exploded. Lakers fans, always hungry for the next superstar, celebrated like they had just won another championship. Memes of Doncic in purple and gold flooded the web. The prospect of watching Doncic, a maestro with the ball, capable of 30-point triple-doubles on any given night, team up with LeBron was almost too much to process. Meanwhile, in Dallas, the mood was completely the opposite. Mavericks fans had watched Doncic grow from a teenage EuroLeague phenom into an NBA megastar. He was supposed to be their Dirk Nowitzki 2.0, a lifer who would bring multiple titles to the franchise. To them, this trade felt like a total betrayal, even if it was a business decision. Some fans marched in the streets, holding mock funerals for their team, while others took to the internet to complain about the front office's inability to build a contender around Doncic. The trade sparked endless debate among NBA analysts. On one side, you had those who believed the Lakers had pulled off a masterstroke. Some people even called it the greatest trade in Lakers history since Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The argument was simple. When you have a chance to get a top 5 player in his prime, you do it, no matter the cost. No Anthony Davis, no problem, because Luka was worth it. On the other side, critics questioned the Lakers' long-term strategy. Some people pointed out that the team was left with little flexibility if injuries struck, or if LeBron's age finally caught up to him. There was also the question of fit. Would Doncic mesh perfectly with LeBron, another primary playmaker? Some analysts predicted growing pains as the two superstars adjusted to sharing the spotlight. In the weeks since this historic trade, things have looked up for the Lakers, and down, down, down for Dallas. The impact on both teams was nearly instantaneous. While the Lakers had to wait for a few games before Luka was fully healed from an injury and ready to play, he got to work quickly and helped the team surge. They climbed all the way up to the 2nd seed in the West and are currently one of the best teams in their conference. As expected, the combination of Luka Doncic and LeBron James is pure NBA magic, and they are working expertly together. Luka has found his shot again, is playing with enthusiasm, and more importantly, seems to be having fun. As for the Mavericks, the situation has been bleak. Anthony Davis looked like a terrific fit for the team, and his first game was downright explosive. The problem is, he got hurt after 36 minutes and hasn't played since the beginning of February. So, yes, he might be an amazing addition to the Mavericks, but fans haven't been able to see him play much. Meanwhile, several other Mavs players have gone down with their own injuries, and the roster is completely decimated. Now they are clinging to their 11th seed and might miss the playoffs entirely. The mood of Dallas fans has soured, and they are still beyond furious with Nico Harrison, who literally received death threats after the trade. He said the Luka trade would pave a new path forward for the team, but so far things have never looked so bad. Beyond the immediate fallout, the trade raised bigger questions about the NBA's future. Super teams have always been part of the league's fabric, but this felt different. Doncic was supposed to be Dallas's lifer, the guy who stayed loyal in an era of player movement. His departure was a reminder that in today's NBA, no player is truly untouchable. It also reinforced the Lakers' unique allure. No other franchise can consistently attract superstars with such ease. For Doncic, the move was a chance to compete for titles immediately. In LA, the spotlight would be brighter, the expectations higher, but the opportunities greater. If he could lead the Lakers to a championship, his legacy would skyrocket. If not, the criticism would be relentless. Years from now, we'll look back at the Luka Doncic trade as one of the defining moments of this NBA era. It was a high-risk, high-reward gamble for both sides. A move that could either cement the Lakers' dynasty or haunt them for decades. For Dallas, it was the end of an era and the start of an uncertain future. It might be some time before they ever fully recover. One thing was certain, the NBA would never be the same. The league thrives on drama, star power, and seismic shifts, and this trade delivered all three in spades. As fans, we can only buckle up and enjoy the ride, because we will probably never see a trade like this again in our lifetimes.